Who will win and why? And give me a score.
Okay. I'm going to say the Niners are going to win by 2 touchdowns, 27-13. They should kick butt in this game. And let's start with, I mean, the Lions have the worst defense in the league last year. 32. They had the worst pass defense in the league last year. They have one good pass rusher who could go up against McGlinchey and have give him problems. But other than that, they're kind of like a decent run defense and nothing more. They don't have great. They have one good one good corner, one good edge rusher, a decent run defense, and a really bad defense overall. And then on offense, they have Jared Goff, who hasn't played well against the Niners in a while. And now he's on a new team. His number one receiver is a tight end. The Niners do a really good job of covering tight ends. They got Warner, Ward, Tart. They're more vulnerable against a team with a lot of good wide receivers, but this team doesn't have that. And they have a good center and a good left tackle, but their right tackle is a rookie who didn't play last year, opted out, played left tackle the year before that, and was just he was awful in the preseason. So the Niners are probably going to be able to tee off. And I don't see how. The only way the Lions could score more than 13 points in this game is if they ran for like 200 yards. And I don't think they're going to do that against Fred Warner in this defense. I think they're pretty much going to be held in check the whole game and score about 13 points.
And Iggy, the right tackle, did he play at Oregon?
Yes. Top 10 pick.
He hasn't played in a year.
Right.
He'll be like a turnstile. They'll
Yes.
go through him. And I agree with you, by the way. And when they go through him, they will hit Jared Goff. And then, he gets sort of mentally paralyzed.
Oh, absolutely. They're not going to have success throwing the ball. They're going to have to run the ball. And I think the Niners are going to be much better at running the ball in this game than the Lions will be.
So give a final score.
Niners 27, Lions 13. It's going to be an easy game, I would think. The Niners should be able to put this in cruise control by halftime.
Wow.
I would think. Okay. If they do everything right.
And you would assume, Iggy, in this game, the Niners will just run the hell out of the ball, right?
I would think they would just run the hell out of the ball because they're built that way. I mean, they spent a second-round pick on a guard. He's not starting, but that's their identity. They spent a third-round pick on a running back. They spent a sixth-round pick on a running back. They want to run the ball. Their best season in 2019 was the year they ran the ball the most. And last year, they weren't particularly great at running. They were kind of mediocre. All their strengths are running the ball. All their weaknesses are throwing. It's not just Jimmy. It's the offensive line and pass protection. It's the receivers dropping the freaking ball. So, they should. Their goal should be to run at least 30 times in this game. They should win if they get to 30 rushes.
And the thing is, my impression is when you run and you continually have success, it crushes the morale of the other team.
It does that. And I feel like it's also like kind of playing defense while playing offense. You're using the clock. You're keeping your defense fresh on the bench. You're keeping the game in control on your terms. And also, you're way less likely to turn the ball over when you run it. When you pass it, guy could miss a block. The quarterback could miss a read. He could throw, it could slip out of his hand. I mean, there's so many different ways that you could turn the ball over. And the Niners do turn the ball over when they throw. It just seems like it's just a much more, it's their winning formula. It's the 49. If you had Patrick Mahomes, bombs away, but they don't. It's the Niners winning formula to run it.
Right. More bad things can happen on a pass play than a run play.
Yep. Especially on the 49ers. I mean, nothing against Mike McGlinchey. I just don't trust him doing that kind of stuff. I trust him as a run blocker, but as soon as it's like time to drop back and throw, he's vulnerable, and teams are going to put their best pass rusher across from him. Jimmy Garoppolo, if he doesn't get the ball out in 2 seconds, bad things happen. He's a one-read guy. Yeah, I mean, this team needs to run the ball really well, and I think they can. I think they're basically set up to lead the league in rushing this year. Them and the Ravens.